Hi there, guys. Welcome back to the Forex Prodigy. I'm happy to have you guys back. As you can see here, I'm in a current trade, and this is just more of the same of what I like to do. So here we go. We're on the GBP CHF, the Sterling Franc, or the British Pound Swiss Franc. And you guys will get used to that as you go along. Um, as you can see, it's about 9.9 dollars per point, and right now we're heading on our way down. I'm sure that we'll get, if we can get below, let's see this area here. If we can get below this area, let's say if this bar closes below this area, we may very well get a push down to this 49.60 area where my take profit is, and that'll give us about, let's see, about 80 pips. So we'll see how that turns out, guys. I just wanted to send a word out to those of you who are just starting, or some of you that may be struggling. You can definitely do this, guys. Like, it's possible, man, and it's a dream of mine actually to do this full time. Like, this is all I want to do. But for you all that are just starting, that are maybe kind of struggling a bit, like, you can definitely do this, man. Just continue to learn, watch videos, trade, look at charts, study patterns, know as much as you possibly can about the market, and then get comfortable with what you do. And so I try to share, this stuff with you guys, the things that I do, to kind of help you figure out what you're most comfortable with. And it's so important to know yourself. First of all, when you're trading, know what you like and know the type of scenarios you're willing to get yourself into, and ones that you really would prefer not to get into. I would say that an important point that I learned, that I think is good for everyone to know, is that when you do finally figure out what it is that you like to do, you're gonna notice that there are gonna be some days where your strategy is like killing it, like home run, like you're everything's going your way. You're getting the kind of scenarios that you dream of, that you look for on a daily basis. But sometimes it only comes on certain days, and so you have your days, and then you don't have your days. And the thing is to know when it's not your day, and when you should not do anything, because it's not the best time for you to implement your strategy. And so don't try to start a new strategy, just wait for your day. All right, so one day, okay, you might have the way the market is going, it might not really fit your style, and so maybe you'll make 100. I don't know. Maybe I'll say maybe you'll make 10 pips that day. Okay, maybe you'll make 10 pips that day. But then let's say the next day it is your day, and you make over 200 pips or something crazy like that. So the thing is that if you're trading when it's not your day, when it's not the perfect time for your strategy, you get yourself into like a big trouble. You get into big losses, and then when the market does fit your style, then you'll only reach break even, because you're trying to make all the things that you lost when you were trying to force your system to work in the market that is not fitting your style. So I would say just get a style, and work with that style. And whenever the market fits that style, profit big time. Don't force it. And then when it's not the time for you to implement your strategy, just stay out of the market. Like, that's critical. Like, don't try to be adaptive to every market change. Like, don't try to adapt to every day. Like, no, the market conform. You trade when the market is on your terms, when it's going your way, then you trade. Don't try to be like all purpose, like everything fits one type of strategy. Like, that's not the way to go, especially when you're first getting started and you're trying to build up an account. And so once you do get to the point where you're comfortable with what you do, you won't have to trade all the time anyway. Like people with like 6-figure accounts and up, like they don't trade every day. Like if the market is not giving them what they want, they have no reason to trade, because the few trades that they take are so profitable that it's nonsense to trade when the market isn't giving you what you looking for, what you look for, what you want. So yeah, guys, just that's just critical. You know, you might want to run that back, you know, just to hear that again, because that is so important to know, you know, to stick to your strategy and to know when the market is on your terms, and don't try to have an all-purpose strategy, you know. So anyways, my strategy isn't all-purpose. For instance, what I look for is scenarios just like this. Okay, look, you have you have a very key point, not a key point, but a very critical area here. You see where I'm putting this arrow, this line here, and I'm just showing you where price really respected this area. You know, it held up. I have a little trend line going up here so that I can see that, you know, this is kind of a head and shoulders pattern. So price may very well break down here. And this is a head, this is one shoulder, and this is the other shoulder. And now we're starting to see a little bit of a move. And so, first of all, with me, when I trade, I have to see that price has touched an area more than 3 or 4 times for me to really be convinced that it's a significant price area. Then after that, once we get a close below, like we did on this bar, you know, then after that, I look to get in the trade up here near that line that we just broke through, and now and hopefully go down. One other thing that I saw in this situation were these bar highs here. You know, these 3 bar highs, these wicks, which is an indication of price exhaustion. Just like this is an indication of price exhaustion. I saw this when it happened, and you know, for me, I need to see, like I said, a strong area that price closes under, and I just didn't see that in this scenario, so I didn't take it, because yeah, this is strong price action, but what's more important than price action are critical areas like these. And so I use these to determine which trades I take. I trade off of critical areas. This is the most important thing to me. Because price can, you know, might not respect a pattern. You know, it's not patterns that price respects. Price respects levels and support and resistance. So that's something important to remember. So we'll see how this trade goes, guys. I know I'm giving you a lot of content, and I think that's good. But you know, I plan on moving my stop down here. Honestly, I'm gonna move it down a bit now, because you know, I don't really want to stay in this trade if it gets above this area. So I think we have a lot of space. I think we have a good chance of getting a push down here. Now on to my next trade. You kind of see a similar situation as the other one that I'm in. You see a nice level. We have a strong level here of support and resistance. We got to close below that area, and now we have space here, and I believe we can get a good push down at least to this area here, because you can see these bar highs accumulated in this area right here, and then you also see these bar lows that have also bunched up in this area as well. So you know, this is something to look out for. And you know, this is a 150 EMA, 150 EMA, and you know, there's some confluence here, so price may respect that. Let's see. I'm just saying that because that may be a good target area. Let's get a fib retracement, and let's see if we have confluence in that area. All right. Okay, no, we don't have confluence in this area, but we do have confluence in this area. You see? So that's a good place to take profit right here. All right, or at least move our stop to break even. Okay, get this off my chart. And you know, maybe I'll give you guys an update on this trade. But look, this is what you look for. You look for critical areas. A lot of people talk about patterns and all this. Patterns are good. They're good to look out for, but price moves off of critical areas. All right, so that's number one. You see like these bar highs here, price closed above it, and what did it do? It respected this critical area, and then it breaks through another critical area and it respects it again. So that's why that's number one in your trading. All right, guys, signing out. I'll see you all in the next video. If you enjoyed the content that I gave, please hit the like button, and also subscribe so that you can get updates on whenever I drop new videos. And I try to make a few videos every week or every couple weeks. So all right, guys, I'll see you all in the next video.